So we support 1,500 people a year from a very wide range of countries, from Pakistan, Gambia and Nigeria, lesbian, gay, bisexual and trans people who've had to flee because of the dangers they face because of their sexuality or gender identity. And what many of our clients have in common is that they come from countries that the laws that criminalise LGBT people were brought by Britain. So I think Britain does have a moral responsibility to stand up on the world stage and say that those laws are wrong, but also we need to do that in the correct way. We need to put those LGBTI communities and activists and organisations at the very forefront of the debate. We need to support them financially and otherwise, but we also have to ensure that those refugees who are forced to flee their countries because of human rights abuses are protected. And so we do need to think about our asylum system and the way that we protect people, and to ensure that we treat them with dignity and respect.
How is the asylum system working now?
Well, there is, until recently, the asylum system in the UK is very complex and it can take a great deal of time. You have to prove to the government that you are at risk. You have to prove to the government that you are LGBT or T. And of course, that's not very easy because we don't have membership cards. So you might just have your own testimony, your own story about what happened to you.
So they think you pretend to be LGBT just to get the status.
The government is concerned that people are lying about their identity to get asylum, but the asylum system is incredibly complex, and I can assure you that all of the evidence, the research and our experience as a charity, and judgments from independent judges are saying that the opposite is true, that many genuine people are asking the government for protection to which they're entitled to, and they're being wrongly refused or discriminated in the asylum process. And we need to fix that if we want to stand on the world stage and really do the right thing for LGBTI rights around the world.
Are there also Russians applying for asylum?
Yes, we have Russian clients who are fleeing human rights abuses. We have clients from Pakistan, Gambia and Nigeria. What concerns me is the British Prime Minister at the time of the Sochi Olympic Games raised LGBT rights with President Putin. David Cameron said the way that you treat your LGBT people is wrong. And simultaneously, at the same time, Russian clients that we are representing are locked up in immigration prisons and wrongly refused protection because they are asking for sanctuary. That can't be right. If you want to stand on the world stage and do the right thing for LGBTI rights, that means that you need to treat asylum seekers and refugees with dignity and respect, and you have to protect those whose lives are at risk.
If a Pakistani is sent back home, what's happening?
Well, look, in Pakistan, there is severe discrimination and prejudice against LGBT people. And those criminal laws that exist don't only pose a threat to people because you might be found out and dragged in front of a judge. They affect all aspects of your life. Your ability to get a job and housing and health. Your ability to your freedom of expression and assembly. So these laws corrupt and corrode and undermine the ability of LGBTI people to exercise their human rights. They render millions of people as second-class citizens.